Foreign countries that have been ripping us off for years are ecstatic. They're so happy. And they're dancing in the streets, but they won't be dancing for long. That I can assure you.
Yeah, they shouldn't be dancing yet. The president, he's still going to use tariffs. There are plenty of avenues to do so. In fact, today he told us already he's implementing a 10% global tariff under one of the avenues already carved out for him, which was pointed out by Justice Brett Kavanaugh in his dissent.
The decision might not substantially constrain, and it doesn't. He's right. In fact, I can charge much more than I was charging. Those statutes include, for example, the Trade Expansion Act of 1962, Section 232. All of these things I know so well. The Trade Act of 1974, Sections 122, 201, 301. And the Tariff Act of 1930, Section 338, all clear. But it's a little bit longer process.
The only thing that has really changed is the president can't use the International Emergencies Economic Powers Act to levy his tariffs. So, like I said, the show goes on. Do you really think President Trump, after all he has been through, is going to stop using tariffs? Well, as I already showed you, he said he's not. He campaigned on this, and you voted for it.
The word tariff to me is the most beautiful word in the entire dictionary. We will make them pay a reciprocal tariff or tax of 100 or 200% right back. We're going to charge them the same 100 or 200% tariff or tax. And all of the ripoff will stop immediately.
So it's like this. He got a mandate from the American people to fix the economy, right? That's what he said he was going to do. Not just the recent mess of the inflation and the 20 million illegal aliens coming into the country, the immediate mess that created, but the mandate was to finally try fixing the horrendous trade deals that gutted American manufacturing and industry that left towns all across the country in ruin. And when that happened, millions of American families over the decades, they lost their way of life. I've seen it firsthand in the town I grew up in. It was called Americana, so to speak, and it was nice, and people miss that. And I don't blame them, and they want it back. It goes beyond Biden and Obama. This issue spans decades of previous presidents, and President Trump talked about that today as well. Why he was elected to use tariffs to fix a fundamentally flawed issue within our country.
The problem is that we had other presidents that weren't into trade. Maybe they weren't business-oriented. Maybe they weren't smart. We had some dummies, too, you know. Respectfully say we had some real dummies.
And I just got some breaking news right now that President Trump just moments ago signed that global tariff using the different avenues at his disposal. And after watching, though, that press conference a second time, kind of think the president is angry. What he's angry at the most was what I just pointed out. Not really about losing the International Emergency Economic Powers Act for tariffs, but it's about D.C. fighting him on trying to fix the issue at hand. It's a tough pill to swallow, and I know for many of you watching tonight, you're having the same feelings that finally there's a president who said, yeah, you know, losing 70,000 factories just since the 90s is a problem. Then maybe we should do something about that. Maybe something isn't right about that here.